Hey everybody, welcome back to the town of Blackmire. Now in the last episode, we had hit the upgrade button on our town hall, and between episodes I went ahead and let it finish. The farm itself is taking a little bit longer than I anticipated to get finished. And that's kind of our goal for today, is to expand out our farming, get into the creation of linen clothes, start on trade, expand out our sawmill, and to get a school down. Now in order to do that, we need to do some first exploration. So I'm going to go ahead and place a couple of flags up around the outskirts of our town, because I'd like to see what's up there. I have a feeling that this area is pretty well populated with boar and deer, so I'm thinking to go with our farms over here that I kind of want to get started right away with some food production. So right off the bat, let's get a hunter, and what I'm going to do is leave a roadway there. I'm going to get a hunter there. I'm going to go ahead and get a hunter here, leave a road in between. Let's get the road cleared out, because that's going to be a wall in the future, and then we'll look at doing some roads probably off camera, but at least for now I just want to get those two things started. Our hunters, they have a taste for wolves, bear, and boar, and without arrows they're not going to be able to do so. And taking a look at our resources, got 20 arrows on stock, we've got one bow, and we've got 2 more hunters on the way. Let's get that Fletcher down, as I probably should have did this in the last episode. So right off the bat, let's get that Fletcher kind of parked right down here. We do have a villager being attacked by a predator, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these hunters, and they are stocking meat, and it looks like they're stocking it to the town hall there, the market, but I want to get them on this boar, and then I want to grab the other one just to try to keep my graveyard from getting filled up. Now that we've kind of did that, I'll wait just a second to kind of make sure that they don't get, completely eaten. I want to get some houses down. Now the houses on this side look pretty good, but what I was thinking is putting the row on the back. So let's go ahead and rotate this around and putting them this way. And then on this side over here, putting another 4. And what we'll have to do is come along the back and put probably a well somewhere over here. Let's see if I can zoom in and get this last house. For some reason, the hitboxes are a little bit weird. 5 villagers that have been attacked now. That boar is just going absolutely wild, but it looks like we downed him and we're having bacon for dinner tonight. I want to go ahead and get that well. Let's see if I can zoom in to see where it's going. Might have to clear this out first. And we have another predator attack. So this thankfully is a wolf down by our main town. We'll just grab everybody and send them over. We'll try to get rid of them real quick. With that many people, that wolf shouldn't even stand a chance. Yeah, look at that. So as long as we avoid cholera, or not cholera, but rabies, we should be good. Now that we've got those houses building, we should look at the expanding of this farm. What I'm thinking is we're wanting a total of 9 farms. Placing 9 farms with the amount of people we have is just not going to happen. So let's place one field of 8x8 there, one field of 8x8 right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut this one off for the moment. The 3 of this will take us down to 7 labor, so the next big push of people should bring us enough that we should be okay. Hopefully, we'll lose 1 for the Fletcher, and we're probably gonna have to push the Fletcher pretty heavy. Let's go ahead and kick up the speed, let everything get caught back up, and then I'll bring you guys back. So right on cue, right into the spring, our first field is ready for sowing. Let's get this one set up with peas to get started. We'll go with clover at the end of the year with a maintenance in between. Thankfully, they've done some huge updates to the tooltips, and it now shows everything correctly. This year, we're going to get a +4. For year 2, let's do clover in the beginning and carrots in the end, something like that. And then in the final year, let's go ahead and butt that right up against the end of the year. Let's do clover and flax. Now, the goal here is that somewhere around 8 rotations, we should be 100% fertility. That should look pretty good. And what it will do is it will give us peas in the early year 1 season, carrots in the late the next, and flax. And for the flax itself, it looks like we're going to get 740, and that's enough to make 74 of the linen clothes. What we're going to do is rotate that as we go to the other 3, so that every year we get the same crops just from a different field. That should help with disease. I'm thinking that looks pretty good. We've got a boar just kind of chilling right there. Let's preemptively go ahead and send Era over. We have 2 boars. Check that out. Come on. bone. Go get the bacon. Let's go get that one boar. We're probably gonna focus fire these down. Look at that, and down it goes. We'll give it a second and we'll go ahead and get the other one sent over here. I just want to keep pushing that border back a little bit. We didn't get any new immigrants, but we did have 2 people born, but we have 14 labor, so we're in decent shape right now. Let's plan out another saw pit, because this is going to be, again, this is going to be like our early game trade item. So let's get that saw pit right next to the other one. And after that, what we'll want is the trader, so that we can start trading for some of those tasty bricks to upgrade our market. So let's get the trader. I'm thinking we'll go ahead and go right here. I think this area, I'm just going to leave it blank. Roads, I'm going to slowly start filling in as I kind of am sure that they're where I want them. I won't do any of the cobblestone roads for some time, as upgrading the roads is just not beneficial in case I want to get rid of them. I'm still waiting on a few of the trees, but I might have enough area cleared to place that well. I want a nice water source in case there's a fire and keep them from going down to the lake, because that lake water is dysentery in a heartbeat. So let's get that well. And what we'll do is I want it right there, but I want it to be 1 out and 2 out. So right there is where I want it. Should put another hunter over here to get these dough, but for right now, I'm just going to let them kind of be. For the next thing that we want, I want to get this clay so we can get a school. But in order to get the clay, I need to have a wagon workshop. So let's go ahead and get that from the storehouse here, the wagon shop. I really want it right here, but it doesn't leave a whole lot of area, and we've got Atka just got here. So I'm pretty sure, for those of you who have been playing the game, I'm pretty sure Atka is one of the raid groups. So let's take a look at what she has and see what she's buying. Want soap, which we can't do. Pottery, beer, timber, which we can't do, and planks. Planks we can do. Let's go ahead and get those transferred over. I'm going to go ahead and stock up to the 500, and I'm going to go ahead and say to keep them in stock. Now she's selling tools, weapons, iron, heavy tools, shields, and coal, and then crude tools. I'm not sure that we need to buy anything yet because we still have some regular tools, but if I could sell and take some of that 2,400 off her hands, I will. Judging by the time of year, this is probably the only trader we're going to get this year, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that's okay. It gives us a chance to stock up. All right, so right as our second field got finished, I went ahead and assigned all the crops, and immediately I'm getting crops eaten for wildlife, so I think it's time to start on that wall. So hoping we'd get to wait a little bit. I do want to skip the regular fence and go right for the palisade wall, and I'm going to go ahead and leave a space here. Let's go straight down and across, and then we're going to come straight across the back of that farm. I'm going to go to right there. I'm going to hold out on going any further for the time being until I know where the other 2 sets of farms are going to go. I did get a nice set of immigrants, another 7 people for the fire there, so that's kind of keeping my population nice and tight. And with that, we get another 6 people that just came in, leaving us with 25 laborers. Let's go ahead and update this. So with 75 people, I want 7 builders, and roughly in the neighborhood of about 20 laborers. So we have a little bit of wiggle room here. The wagon worker is done. So that means we can get started on our clay yard here. So let's go ahead and grab that from the resource, get that started. Now, once that gets started, I was taking a look at the crops, and I was noticing that some of them are pretty far off the beaten path, with peas being pretty far down here. And then what I did is I went ahead and said to put a little bit of clay in to bring it into the green for at least flax and carrot. So both of them are in the green, and both of them are getting plus 10%. I don't think we can get all 3 crops in there, but if we can get the 2 big heavy hitters, I'll be pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and check on this one. This is how far this is off. This was at a negative 2% for peas. And thankfully, I mean, we had to move it that far for getting the flax into the 10%. So it's going to take 30 clay for this one. I went ahead and enabled the last farm, so we're going to get that going. And we just hit extreme deadly cold temperatures, and everybody just dropped everything. Look at that. We only have 153 firewood. That's a little disconcerting. Let's get another firewood producer in here. So another log splitter, probably right there should do. Another wolf, probably brought in by the cold weather. And thankfully, it looks like we have a hunter that's nearby. So hopefully they're going to make short work of them. And it looks like they whipped out a sword and they're immediately running. So that's not good. Let's go ahead and grab Jarek over here. And Jarek is a proven hunter. has slain many wolves and many boars. Let's get him over there. Let's see who else we might have that might be able to help out. So we've got butchering meat, old Sean here. Let's get him over there and helping out as well. This person might be a farmer. Yeah, they're a farmer, so they weren't really meant to kill the wolves. I don't know why they were hanging out on that side of town, but that's it looks like they got to safety, and it looks like Addie and Ralia came in and helped out and butchered that carcass up. With the amount of meat on this map, 1,700 smoked meat into storage right now, 14 months of food. So I mean, our people right now are living on bear and boar. All right, so we just got 2 traders in. Let's take a look and see what we got. We got Atka of the Iron Clan, and it looks like Atka is not really buying anything of interest, and she's selling pretty much the same thing that she was last year. We did make a little bit of money off of her last year with our planks. We could probably buy some iron so that we could do some upgrades, but that's not really what I want. I'm really looking forward to bricks. Taking a look at Trader 1, we have Skull the Butcher. Now, he does not sell cattle, as I think the Plains Strider is the only one that does, and what he does sell is a lot of meat and smoked meat. I'm thinking that this guy is S1E2. So you guys will have to let me know down in the comments what you think. And what he's buying is things that we don't have. As for up here, I went ahead and put in a storehouse and started the creation of the Weavers building, as this year is going to signify the first year that we're going to be getting flax. And even with the estimated, I think it's estimating that we're only going to get 260. Even with that estimate, we should be able to make 26 clothes. So as long as we don't lose any to any of the boars or anything roaming around, that's going to be a good start for our trade industry. Now, the clay pit is just about done. As we finish up the clay pit, what we're looking for is, well, we're going to be looking for 2 things in particular. We're going to be looking for a school so that we can get some more educated people, and then we're going to be looking for a healer, as it looks like we have a sick person already. Let's get this rotated around, and I'm thinking that we're gonna go on this side of the road right here. That way we can place a road kind of this way. So we'll drop that in and kind of connect our town. What we should do is place a road this way. There we go. And that will kind of get that connected. We'll place some roads this way in the future, but for right now, I just kind of want to leave that as is. We have 21 laborers. I'm thinking we go ahead and expand out our farms by 1 more. That way we can try to stay on top of our food. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the next 4 farms in. We just had somebody succumb to illness. Oh, the shame. So year 5, we lost our first person to illness. So give me 1 second. We'll take a look and see what that is. Let's get that one ready to build, and we'll get this one. So we'll throw that right there. And taking a look, succumb to rabies. Oh no, one of my people must have got rabies from getting attacked by the boar. Let's go ahead and deactivate this one right here and this one, and then we'll kind of update them as we go. I do want to get, oh no, I have a bug on the screen. So if you guys ever have this bug, just hit the B for build menu and go over to the item that it belongs to, so crop field, and you'll notice that it goes away, because I want to start bringing up the walls. I think I'm going to go ahead and put in the other ones while I'm at it. So we're going to go ahead and put one right here, again, just an 8x8, this one right here, 8x8, and the last one. And this way I can start building walls around it, because apparently we're going to run into issues. And let's see who's getting attacked by predators this time. And it looks like we're kind of getting a mob mentality here, and the predator might be already dead, as I see a boar carcass down there. So that was pretty quick. That's a little bit of a bummer. I wanted to try to make it to year 10 without losing anybody. Actually make it to where we lost people of natural causes first, not losing them to something silly. All right, so as year 6 rolls in, I think it actually says that it's year 5 still. And what it might be is year 6 in game, but year 5 that actually counts. We have just finished our weaving hut, and I think I want to fill this all the way up. I'm thinking we're going to get quite a few crops here. I did go ahead and enable this farm right here, so that should be done. Hopefully this one will be done pretty soon, probably this year. This one will be done probably at the end of the year, and then we'll kind of expand. I went ahead and expanded my borders all the way around, and for some reason they built this one wall back here first. Really goofy kind of the way that they build walls. For some reason it's counted as one construction site for the whole entire area. So even if I increase this to 3, it's only going to be 3 builders for this whole entire wall, and that's just really weird to me. There's another boar. Let's go ahead and get this boar before they cause too much issues. Maybe I'll grab my guy down here and send him up there. And what do we have? Mia here. Look at this. Produced last year 360 meat. We we go over to this one, 420. They're absolutely crazy. Let's get Jarek and let's get Mia up there to help out with that boar. As soon as I find it, there we go. Let's get them signed there. That way we can keep that area nice and safe because they ate a considerable amount of my fruits and vegetables from last year. Now the school is only 11 clay from being done. That's kind of the next big thing that we kind of have on the agenda list. After that, I'm thinking we're getting close to having enough money to start expanding out into having some medical and out into having some defenses. Thinking the market's going to be the biggest area for defense for a while. So let's get 2 defensive towers here. And what I want to do is we're going to go ahead and place one there and one there. That's going to eat up a good chunk of our money. Let's hope that somebody brings us some bricks. And we have Andre the Plain Strider. So he is selling cattle, not that we're ready for him. We're probably, if I had to guess, we're probably somewhere around year 9 I'm going to shoot for having cattle. So probably in the end of the next episode, because we're just about to wrap things up. I really want to see if we can get another trader that has bricks so that we can upgrade that town hall. And so we'll just wait for whoever this is. This does not look like Atka and it doesn't look like Belzar. So we'll give it one more second, and sure enough, it is Beldar. Oh, the fail. He is carrying some bricks, so let's go ahead and trade up what we can trade up. 51 is close enough to what we want, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy those and stock those. He is buying planks, but at a reduced price. I don't think that's a good price, so I think I'm going to hold out on that. Didn't quite look to see if he was buying anything really worthwhile. And let's see if he's selling anything real low. He's selling candles, and taking a look over here, he is not buying candles. So I don't want to do the buy sell of anything that's like really far out. Yeah, I think that we're out of luck unless he's selling pottery for a good price. So 13 and buying for 20. We can do that. We could definitely buy the 422 worth of pottery, and we'll go ahead and get what we can. 403 looks close enough. Let's go ahead and buy in stock, wait for it to show up in our stock there, and let's see what we can get out of that. So instantly 620. Let's go ahead and sell that, and let's do that one more time. We're going to end up taking probably all of his inventory of pottery, and we're probably going to take all of the other guys' inventory of cash. This is going to be really cheeky. 637 is close enough. Let's go ahead and buy that. So we started out with 422, I believe. And after doing a little bit of market manipulation, we now have 982. Taking a quick look, he is selling shoes at a low price. Let's make sure he's not buying shoes, and he's not. He's selling pelts at 8, and he is buying pelts at 9. That's not worth doing. That'd be 1. We could make some money there, but not a whole lot. And then we have soap, which is down, and suet, which nobody buys suet as far as I know. He is not buying either one of those. I'm going to go ahead and hold out. I'm going to be happy with just doubling my cash there. Almost making enough and getting enough to get the bricks. Let's go ahead and hit the upgrade on the market building here. This will hopefully give us enough room to encompass those houses. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping that was the range. And the last thing that we're going to do to kind of wrap things up, we are at 96 of 96. We've lost one person. We're not doing terrible. I want to get some more houses. And what I'm thinking, I'm only going to just sketch out the first couple. I'm going to put 4 more here. I'm going to do the same 4 here, same 4 here and here. And then on this side, I'm going to go ahead and do 8. I'm going to have to fix that one house. If you place the houses with the entrances facing each other, they will bug out and people can get in, but they can't get out. And it causes some pretty big issues. So we're going to get that building for the start of the next episode. We're going to get that tier 2 market. We're going to get some more people in here. And then in the next episode, we're going to start working on desirabilities to try to get some houses upgraded so that we can start making some fat cash and start moving into defending our towns. Thank you guys for joining. We'll see you in the next episode.